Okay. All right. This is what we started our first week back from winter break. So the Thursday and Friday, we did this worksheet on Friday. But this was just kind of a continuation of what we started on Thursday. And so we're starting to deal with percentages now, okay? And all we're doing on this sheet is we are just trying to find out the amount of the discount in terms of dollars, all right? So they're going to tell us that it's a 30% discount, but how many dollars is that? How many dollars are they taking off of this original price to give us what we're going to be paying? And all we're doing on this first page is figuring out the dollar amount that they're taking off the original price. All right, so we do that by just a couple of steps, okay? So the first step is we're going to take our percentage and we're going to convert our percentage into a decimal. Okay, now look what they did on this example. Look at this example. 25% written as a decimal is just 0.25. 25 hundredths. That's how you read that. Okay, that makes sense because a percentage is just a fraction that has 100 as a denominator. So here's three ways you could write 25%. You could either write it as 25% with our percentage sign right here, or you could write it as 25 over 100, or you could write it as a decimal, 0.25. Now as a decimal, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be changing each of these percentages into its decimal form. Okay, so the way we did that on this one, on this first example, is our decimal point is actually right there. Okay, it's always going to be to the right of our ones digit, okay, our ones column. So 25, and there's our decimal right there. And we're just going to move our decimal point 2 places to the left. That's how they got 0.25. And then we take away the percentage sign. Okay, so let's look at this one. 30%, well, where's our decimal point? Our decimal point is right there. Okay, we're going to always move our decimal point 2 places to the left to make our percentage into a decimal. So 1, 2. Okay, now once we change it to a decimal, we get rid of our percentage sign. So now it's going to be 0.30. Now, after we change our percentage to a decimal, we're going to multiply by the original price times 250. And this is, when we do this, we're answering the question, what is 30% of 250? What is 30% of 250? And what I want you to understand is, so I'm going to write our question out. What is, and this is what we're actually figuring out. What is 30% of 250? Now this word of means means that we're going to multiply. So of means multiply. So 30%, and we always change our percentage into a decimal. So 0.30 of or times 250 is what? Okay, well, if I take 250 times 0.30, do my multiplication, 0, 0, 0, add one more 0 here. 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 2 is 6, add 1 is 7. Okay, add up down here, move my decimal place 2 over. You can do this with your calculator too, either way. I'm just doing it by hand here. So this is going to give me 75. 75, okay? So 0.30 times 250 gives me 75. Now, this is the amount that they're taking off of the original price. This is the dollar amount of the discount, all right? This is not what we're paying. We're not going to pay $75 for this $250 item, but they're going to take away $75 from that to give us what we're going to pay. Now we're going to be doing that on the next side. For this worksheet, all you need to figure out is the amount of the discount. In this case, the amount of the discount is $75. Okay? All right, now I'm going to get you started on this one. I'm going to let you do the rest on your own. So over here, our first step is we're going to convert our our percentage into a decimal. We're just going to move our decimal point, which is right here, 2 places to the left, 1, 2. So that's 0.15 times, we're always going to multiply by the original price, times 80, and that's going to give us our answer right here. Okay?